Hello. I thought I'd tell you a bit about the surrogate. Not a name or anything that could identify her, but tell her what it's been like and why I hired her as a nanny and how that's turning out. Um, Here's Adrian again. Only just woken up. He's been fed. Uh, well, when I when I came here to this country with pretty women and ugly buildings, um, I didn't think I'd be able to look after Adrian on my own because there's a lot to do and I don't know the country. I'm not an experienced parent. So I asked the agency coordinator and she asked the surrogate. And so I agreed to that. And I always felt it's like risky. But on the other hand, like I wanted to give her the opportunity of earning some more money, and I would quite like the opportunity of letting her sort of meet her child, like the person who she'd done so much to, bring into the world. Um, so those were my motivations, but I also needed her cooperation because I need, under British law, the surrogate has to sign this consent form for the paternity order, and in my case, she also has to sign forms for passport office and the Home Office to get his British citizenship and his passport. Um, so I paid her, had agreed to pay her €3,000 extra, which I thought might actually have been illegal because people aren't allowed to actually make payments under British law. Like British surrogacy laws, like it's a complete mess. Doesn't make any sense. But I thought €10,000 is too low anyway, so I did decide to give her the €3,000, and I did agree to pay her €70 a day, which is like pretty good value. Still, I think it's still good pay, according to what they're used to. But anyway, so two different people told me that surrogate was a conscientious woman, like one of the agency coordinators at the beginning and one of the doctors at the maternity hospital towards the end of the pregnancy. And I've always found her to be very conscientious as looking after Adrian. Like, she really does look after him very, very well. But she's a very difficult woman. She often tells me off. And she's sort of quite demanding, she's quite pushy. So we've lived in together. First of all, she lived in her apartment that she was put up in, and I lived in a hotel for the first week or two, and then we moved into another apartment in the centre of the city. And then we've now moved to another apartment in the outskirts of this city. She has gone home 4 times. She's away at the moment. Every time she goes away, she finds a Kazakh friend, who's usually a surrogate herself, usually a pregnant surrogate, to look after him. And they've all done a brilliant job looking after him. They're all experienced mothers. Like surrogate herself, she's an experienced mother, and as far as care and attention to my son is concerned, then they've been brilliant. But what the thing that everybody fears with surrogates is that they might change their mind and keep the child. And this is what I'm worried. This surrogate's told me we're finally getting this form ready that she needs to sign, so to allow me to get the paternity order. and she told me that she wanted to look after Adrian until he grows up, and she wants me to enter into some fake marriage. And told her I won't do that. There's no way I'll do that. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. The lawyers on my case, a very expensive lawyer. But no, I do need her cooperation. So I don't know how that's going to turn out. So what else? Yep. Always felt, like I said, always felt it was risky, but the whole project was a risk from the start. Like, I mean, you might be miscarried, you might have some sort of problems with his chromosomes, and yeah, there was risk about not being able to get him back. So just have to see how things go. Okay, well, we'll carry on with our walk, and hopefully I'll update you later. Bye.